Pat, you know Texas is no stranger to severe weather, but why were yesterday's storms so strong?
Right, so Texas is a big state. I mean, the tornadoes that we see here in southeast Texas are very different than the storms that you see in West Texas and North Texas. Typically, we see weak, very transient tornadoes here, whereas the bigger ones are out across the Panhandle, West Texas, and occasionally North Texas. So let's talk about why yesterday was different. We started the day off with a lot of showers, and typically when that's the case, you think, well, it's a stable atmosphere, but there was a player at work that changed that. Our first warning came up around the Katy area just after 10:30 in the morning, and then of course we had that tornado emergency that went through Pasadena and Deer Park during the afternoon before the entire line moved out of here. Typically, in the winter months, we're not a stranger to severe weather, but the core of it stays to our north across the mid-Mississippi Valley. So Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and then points towards the east. Now we get in on the severe threat with a damaging wind gust, maybe a weak tornado, but the worst of it usually stays to our north. What changed yesterday? That storm system was right overhead. So instead of the strongest energy being displaced to the north, it was right over southeast Texas. I want to focus on the warm front because that was the key player in why our storms got so intense yesterday. Ahead of the warm front, the winds at the surface, instead of being from the south, are more easterly. We call that backed winds. They're moving in that counterclockwise direction. That's important because the more the winds are back to the surface, the more twist you're going to get in the atmosphere, because just a mile above the ground, the winds are screaming out of the south at about 60 to 70 miles per hour. That, combined with an unusually southerly jet stream overhead, helps to energize everything, and that twisting motion from east winds at the surface to south winds a mile above to southwest winds all the way up where the airplanes fly, that gave us that tornado threat, and that's what brought us our first EF3 tornado here in southeast Texas in at least 2 to 3 years, again with maximum wind sustained at 140 miles per hour. So, Tim, a really unusual setup. We don't think that this was the only tornado either, so we do have the National Weather Service has multiple teams out there investigating.
Yeah.